Hey, before we get started in today's video, if y'all would, be sure and let us know down below what kind of videos y'all want us to do in the future and over the summer. And also, we're planning on doing a giveaway pretty soon. Not sure quite what number or when we're going to do that, but what would y'all like to see in a giveaway? Be sure and make it reasonable. We're some poor, broke son of guns, so make sure it's in reason, you know, $100 under. But what's some cool things y'all would like to see in a giveaway? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one here on Chasing Green, where we're all about duck hunting. My name's Jake.
And I'm Glenn.
Today we just kind of wanted to do a video that kind of goes over our entire season. What we learned, talk about some of the things we came across and some things we might need to work on, and just maybe review a couple of hunts as well. We're just going to kind of try to provide as much learning information as we can in this video and let you guys learn, try to teach you guys what we learned through hours and hours of being on the road and duck hunting this year. So if you haven't seen this past season's videos, be sure and go check it out. We'll leave it linked in the description below, and you can check out this past season. We had some good days and we had some bad days, but that's part of duck hunting. So looking back over the season, what's some of the main things that kind of stick out to you?
Probably mostly our traveling we did. We went and seen a lot of new places this year that we had never seen anything like it. Hunted some river systems. We're not real familiar with river systems. Mostly what we hunt, I mean, it's similar to a river system, but it's more small sloughs and stuff like that. Continuous green tree reservoirs. Like I said, we got to see a lot of new scenery and got to kill a good many ducks in places that we had never been. We were super blessed to find ducks in the north part of the state, the central part of the state, and even got on them a time or two close to the house.
Yeah, I think one of the things I learned from traveling this year about myself, really, and Ramsey Russell said this, if y'all guys don't know him, he's the guy that runs Get Ducks. And I've always been this way, but I just didn't know how to describe it. I like hunting wild ducks and wild places. And that's what we did this year. We've been to some places where you could just really feel the history when you walked into them. And like our opening day was a spot like that. It was just really awesome. Even though we didn't have the most banger up best hunts of our lives, we got to hunt some new places and learn some new ways of hunting. And that's really what it's all about. And
mostly timber is what we learned that was new to us.
Yeah, unfortunately. We like hunting timber, don't get us wrong, but it's definitely not our strong suit. But we did have some success this year in it.
It's definitely where we learned the most this year.
Yeah.
It's timber.
I agree.
Even though we struggled, we did still manage to kill them a couple times in the timber. Normally a pretty good size hole in the timber, but in the timber nonetheless.
Another thing that kind of sticks out to me about the timber is just sometimes, even if you're new or if you've been hunting a long time, you kind of lose sight of talking to other people. And we met a guy up in Northeast Arkansas that hunted with us in one of our videos, Austin, and just talking to him really just for a couple of hours opened us up to new ways of thinking. And it wasn't just one groundbreaking thing, but it was just little things that kind of added to our puzzle that, you know, that really helped us. And that's one thing that stood out. Networking is so important in duck hunting, and
having experience in something. Just folks who have hunted the timber, they've seen a lot more situations than we have in the timber.
Yeah,
just because we don't mess around in it very much.
And going and talking to them is, you know,
yeah, you're not trying to steal their spots or nothing like that. Just more how they operate and stuff like that.
Yes, you know, I guess you could say strategies and whatnot. But I mean, a lot of the times when we do kill them, it's from a phone call from a buddy or a tip, you know, in the past, not necessarily this past year. But networking is super important, and we've kind of started rebuilding our network. Well, if y'all don't know, one reason why we've had to travel is because we can't hunt the places we always hunted growing up, mainly because we started filming, and you have to have a permit to film on this federal ground that we've always hunted. We've always hunted a lot of federal ground, and all that's been erased from us, so we've had to completely basically start over, and that's why we had to travel. I think at one point we had traveled 700 miles in 3 days last year, and it killed 4 ducks or something like that.
Not many.
Lots of gas, lots of traveling.
Lots of time, effort. Had fun along the way.
Definitely. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, big time.
That's what some people have talked to us on Instagram and stuff. Was it worth all the traveling? I definitely think it was. I mean, because you're not always going to be able to do it unless you're super blessed, and I'm just glad that we got to.
And you get preconceived notions about places that you've hunted before. When you go somewhere new, it's all,
Yeah,
you're just soaking it all in. You're learning. And I mean, you'll learn things in these new places that can apply to somewhere you already hunt.
definitely.
A lot of the things we learned hunting the timber, we've applied to other places that we hunt, and they're just as effective there.
Everybody's complaining about ducks. And one thing I learned for sure from traveling is that grass is greener in certain places.
Yeah.
The grass is greener on the other side. There's definitely plenty of ducks, and they're definitely coming south. I mean, had we just stayed in our little circle that we've always hunted, yeah, we probably would have struggled a lot worse than we did. But everywhere we went, there was large amounts of mallards, just about. I mean, I would say lack of ducks was not the problem.
No, the lack of experience in these areas may have been our problem. Lack of ducks was definitely not the problem.
It was not knowing the area, lay of the land, terrain type deal.
Now, granted, these were our first times in a lot of these places, and they might have not been nowhere near what they normally are, but to us, they were solid.
They were great. We had plenty of ducks to hunt, and we
Yeah.
traveled a lot of different places.
Yeah.
So I think that the ducks were here this past season. They're just tough to kill, and
Yep.
took a lot of work to do it. But yeah, moving on from that, we were talking earlier about one of our best duck hunts from the season, and that was, I think it's called Public Land Hunting as Good as It Gets. One of my favorite videos that we've ever did. If you haven't seen it, be sure and check it out. We got into them that day, but we really could have did a lot of things different that day.
Oh, yeah. We learned so many things that day. And just so many different scenarios that could have played out throughout the day had things been done differently or whatever. And it's a good conversation piece, that hunt in particular.
We should not have shot them when we got them up.
I agree. We should have just let them get on up, get out of there, and then start coming back.
But like you were saying earlier, I mean, we had been on such a dry spell. We were coming
Yeah.
to kill.
We wanted to kill. We didn't know if that was going to be our only shot. We had just drove 4 hours. We were finna kill something.
And we might not have should have put out decoys because they were coming back. And I feel like we would have lit some of those more bigger groups had we kind of just
Both of us also feel like decoys are your least effective weapon.
Yeah.
That it's kind of your secondary.
Unless you're out there just hammering on your duck call,
Yeah.
like some people do,
Yeah.
then that can be your most least
Yeah.
effective.
Like you said earlier, that's the number one thing that can mess you up is your decoys.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah.
So we lean a lot more towards
Unless
not
you're
using,
an overcaller.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
we lean a lot more towards not using the decoys in a lot of situations
Or using them.
in a small dose.
See, the key with decoys is you need them to look real. And we were in that smart weed, and they were just sitting on top dead still. We needed some open water, some movement. We couldn't really use the jerk string. We either should have put the jerk string out and did some splashing with it, because when I was kicking in that video at the end when I was killing my limit, the ducks were definitely responding to it. They would see it, lock up on it, and sail in there, but then I'd had to quit to be still, and they would ease off. But when they would see that splashing, they would, you could see all their heads like key in on it. But we couldn't really, that was a unique situation, and that's what happens when you're doing stuff on the fly. We didn't really take into account the smart weed. We were just like, it was all frantic, and we're trying to worry about filming, but it's a whole deal. I mean, going back into that spot though, I mean, that's just the value of knowing an area. We know where to be in it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, the biggest thing I guess that we took away from it is to just slow down in
Yeah.
those situations. When you run up on a big congregation, it's easy to get caught up in the moment and just run out there and set up, get ready to shoot. But you got to slow down and tweak those little things, and
if you want to do them right,
it'll make a good hunt a great hunt.
yeah, if you want to do them right, you got to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we should have did. Now, granted, had we not been trying to film, we would have been out of there a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because we would have been smashing them. But it's a lot different when you
Not that we would have snuck up and shot them on the water or anything, but we would have landed 15, 20 of them and killed as many as we could.
Yeah. But yeah, we were crippling up and running ducks down, and it was just not good. But yeah, so that was that hunt. I mean, it just felt nice to go into an area and have it go down, have it work out for us. And I'd say that's another overarching kind of theme that I got from this duck season is we were putting in way too much effort and relying on our efforts. When it did happen, it happened, and it was really nothing we did to make it happen.
Just the right place at the right time.
We should have just enjoyed the ride more instead of just focusing on, we got to get them, running ourselves ragged. I mean, we should have just slowed down and still put the work in, but not be so stressed about killing them, I guess, is how to say it. I mean, I know I had that feel. Because like I said, every time we killed them, I mean, it was going to happen.
Regardless of what we did. Just go get out there.
The one river hunt in the timber we did was a good example of that. We put in all the work that you could put in, and we still didn't get them. I mean, like, they shifted just a little bit, you know, like.
The ducks were there. We knew where they were, set up where they were, and killed 8.
Yeah.
Which was a good hunt. It was a fun hunt.
Had we been just 30 yards over or where we were that day with Jake, I feel like we would have smashed them. And there again, it's all about learning the area. I mean, you need to know how ducks relate to an area.
It's like you said, every day that you go out there is an investment. You're learning something for the future. You're gaining. You might not kill them, but you're still gaining for the future.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even like I said, if it's where not to be, maybe, but
either
way.
I don't know if that's how, you know, a lot of the land works in the north, but down here it does. I mean, it's kind of like constants. It's not a lot of variables changing. I don't know how to say it, but if you can learn a place down here, it will be valuable in the future. I don't know if everywhere's like that or if it like changes every year or what, but I know down here spending time on public ground is a big key. You know, up there in those fields, it may be different. It may change every year. I don't know, but you go back and watch the solo hunt that I did. I mean, we had a lot of things go wrong that morning. There was plenty of ducks, but what it kind of came down to is we had never hunted there before, never been there on that wind. We didn't know what the ducks were going to do in the hole, and by the time we got them figured out, it was too late. They quit flying. And we had that big group of mallards come through. We both thought that they lit on the water. Like, they both got behind a tree on us. When we poke around, there's only one sitting out there. I mean, it sounded like the whole group lit and everything. And we were in 2 different positions and both thought they all lit. Had I shot into them, I probably would have killed my limit that morning. But
more than likely.
Or I at least would have had a chance. But that's just how our season kind of went. You know, things go wrong. And
it's how one little thing can go not your way, and that can be your whole hunt.
Yeah, which there again goes back to really we need to focus on other aspects of the hunt. I mean, I feel like we've put in all we can put in on the hunt. Now it's really more about like more important things in life, relationships, things like that. I mean, focused on that part of duck hunting, because you can do everything right and these little things go wrong, and like if all you're worried about is the kill, your day just got ruined.
Yeah, if you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, and if you're more focused on being out there and having a good time with your buddies or family or whatever, I mean, you still had a good day, you know.
Yeah, just enjoying God's creation.
Yeah,
just being out there. You woke up today, it's a good day.
Got to go duck hunting.
Yeah.
You know, that's us a lot of times. So we don't kill them, and our day's ruined. Like, we're frustrated. You know, it was like not a good day, and that's not the way to do it, I don't think. But we all go through those phases. I mean, you go through the killing phase, and we got some more content coming that we haven't put out yet. People really aren't worried about duck hunting, so we're saving those for maybe more June, July, August. Hopefully, we're going to be coming with some more tip videos, review videos. I got a calling video that's going to be coming out pretty soon, Lord willing. But yeah, we're just hoping to grow the duck hunt community, try to make everybody a better hunter, get made, you know, learn things ourselves, and just do what we love. I mean, that's the goal here.
Yeah. We tried to get crappie videos, but we suck at that too.
Yeah.
We are at the lake, as you see, with no crappies.
The crappies have not cooperated.
It's been pretty tough.
Went to the best bass fishing hole around and only caught 6.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Get here, there's fish popping everywhere.
Yeah.
Just fish scurrying about.
Yeah. But guys, I hope another thing that y'all can learn from watching our videos, I hope it comes across, is that you don't have to have the nicest stuff. You don't have to have a bunch of money to go kill ducks. I mean, we are about as broke and poor as it gets. I mean, we're barely scraping along through duck season. You don't even know how tight it gets. And I mean, it's by the grace of God that we make it through to February. And so, and we kill ducks. I mean, and historically, before we started filming, we killed a lot more than now. I mean, we got by plenty good with low budget boats, barring boilers. You know,
don't be intimidated by the $20,000 duck boats and the $600 a day lodges. I mean, it don't take all that to go have fun and enjoy what's out there
and kill a mess of ducks.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's plenty of places that have slipped through the crooks and crannies that you can slip off in.
Absolutely.
And still have a good, fun hunt.
I mean, we get access. He met a guy, and now we're all kind of friends with him, but he's got some of the best land around. And, I mean, we get access to great ground to go hunt, and we've had great ground that we leased before, but, I mean, we still like doing the public land thing. It's a better experience.
I've never had as much fun at a private place, whether it be an outfitter or somewhere we had leased, even as I do when we go. Like when we went to the north part of the state last year on completely new ground, found ducks and killed our limit. Like that's 10 times more fun than going and paying somebody $500 to take you and shoot 6 ducks.
Yeah, I mean that's just that's just I don't even know. That's not duck hunting. That's duck killing.
Yeah. No, I mean it can be fun. Don't get me wrong. You will kill some ducks, and it's a good time. But at the same time, my personal feelings anyway, I feel way more accomplished going out on some public ground and finding them.
Yeah, we like to hunt. We don't like to kill. I mean, we like killing them, but we want to hunt them and kill them. We don't want to just go dub on them and pull the trigger. You know,
no, we want to land them in the decoys and shoot them right.
Find them, work for them. I mean, that's where.
Now you catch us on about a 2-3 week dry spell. We might tree top 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go kill 15 or 20 of them just tree topping them. You get that out of your system real fast.
Yeah.
Not the first time you miss one.
But yeah, you definitely don't have to have all the nicest things. I mean, you can get by with crappy decoys, crappy call. If you just put in the work and go scout, which if you need some tips on scouting, we just put out a scouting video. Go check it out. It's in our list of videos. You go put in the work, eventually you're going to run into them, Lord willing. So with crappy decoys, crappy camo, I mean, you want some good waders. That's the one thing you want to get right. Yeah. You don't want to be wet and cold, which we always are.
If they're thick enough, it don't matter.
I mean, to tell you how broke we are, I went and got waders on a loan at the end of duck season. we were so broke, I had to sign up for credit to get $300 waders. But
they were like $500 waders.
I got them on sale.
Oh,
for like $350. But yeah, they were just the knee drakes. Yeah. But I was dry the next morning, and it was awesome. But
and the 3 mornings thereafter.
yeah. I got them with a week left, but I was done, buddy. It was a cold week. But guys, we sure appreciate y'all watching. We love each and every single one of you. Hope you learned something from today and all of our videos. That's why we do it. We love each and every single one of you. Lord willing, we'll catch you on another one right here on Chasing Green real soon.
Goodbye.
Bye. Welcome back to another one here on Chasing Green, where we're all about duck hunting.
Hang on. I got the giggles.
Okay. Hey. Yeah.
It went down. It was good. It was just we messed it up.